OK movement, like they are saying at the moment, should be something that's based on, political discourse that actually brings out the best for the country. Why do you think that a potential Obi Kwankwaso ticket will do better than the incumbent?
Bam! Also, you don't finally bust. The way I'm saying it, if I say Peter Obi may win this 2027 general election, I want you to cool down and hear what this man is saying here. The chances where Peter Obi get and how Peter Obi go take win to this coming 2027 general election. This election go hot, but the way I'm seeing it, if I say Peter Obi go win, if only INEC and the Tinubu go give Nigeria free and fair election, I want you to watch this video, because if I did hear the talk, if I say I lie, watch this video and share by yourself, and make sure say you share this particular video. Very, very important.
Yeah, I'm very happy that these groups of supporters are coming together. Not with the support of the potential presidential candidate or vice presidential candidate, but it's been organic.
Indeed.
So you see them appointing their coordinators from states to zonal and then, of course, national. And what we'll be conversing is transparency in their actions, especially when it has to do with financing. And then, of course, the ability to be able to maintain the rhetoric that will resonate with the public. Because, what had happened in the last elections, led to lots of people, saying that the obedience were too harsh in their rhetoric. And then, of course, you would have heard Mr. President Bola Tinubu saying that, look, he hardly, reads social media because of the way it tends to be too abusive in terms of political
rhetoric. It's not just obedience.
Yeah, not only them, but tend, if you look at the way the president was talking, you know that that's where he was pointing at. But nonetheless, you've also had very harsh rhetoric coming from the president's supporters against the obedience. And then, of course, they had to fight back. And so this time around, the tone of the rhetoric that should come out of the OK movement, like they are saying at the moment, should be something that's based on, political discourse that actually brings out the best for the country. Why do you think that a potential Obi Kwankwaso ticket will do better than the incumbent? And then what exactly are the issues that you're advancing that will be different in terms of policies, in terms of the politics itself within the ADC or whatever party that they eventually choose to go to? And then, of course, why should Nigeria actually give that ticket a chance? Because these are the narratives that we're counting on. Not just coming to say, okay, there's corruption or others in mainstream political parties are not good, or, just pushing aside the APC that they don't matter. Now, in the last elections, Obi had been saying that, the issues of structures were corrupt structures. But now he's been, faced with the realities that you can't become president without having those structures. And the supporters have seen the importance of having structures. That's why you're seeing them coming together to say that, look, even if Obi wouldn't want to have structures himself, nonetheless will serve as a backup to whatever political structure that will be coming up. And I really love this because it's a handshake across the Niger. You're having people who politically over the last 10 to 20 years have been aside, apart, coming together. If you listen
so it's a hopeful sign, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a hopeful sign. And I'm really happy for it because there's some sort of healing that's coming within Nigerian politics. Because if you look at the rhetoric that comes from the East politically and the rhetoric that comes from the North politically, actually it's not been held in the past 2 decades. And so if people can organically arrange themselves and promote a ticket that maybe even Obi and Kwankwaso are not even talking about at the moment, I think it's something that's very good. And I will encourage this sort of organic support to come out of the APC, come out of maybe PDP if they're able to solve their problems also. Because it mustn't be about the political actors, but it could be about the aspiration of what their followers think is the best for the country. And so set an agenda for the potential candidacy of an Obi and Kwankwaso and say, see, even if you do get this ticket, it's not about you. It's about how we want our country, to be in the future.
Welcome back, my people. To win Tinubu, go day easy. But I pray, let God put hand for this 2027 election with the strong opposition. With the power of God, the mind and the choice of the people will surely prevail. At the end, P2B may win. Please, if today is the first time you come across my channel, please kindly follow us. Make sure say you share our content and follow us for more, because we and update now 5 and 6. Please try to share and comment. Thank you.